Yeah, so I'm out for the morning run today, but early bird doings, I'm the only one here currently. The rest are not here, so I'm waiting for them, and that's just it. And I hope I really get home before the opening of New York session. I really hope I do get home before the opening of New York session, because I was talking about price breaking out. If price breaks out of what's it called, the high of the week, I'm going to be doing more buys this week. So price surged up, even past the zone I was anticipating for price to reject off of, and broke out of it, created a week and started going again. So I've not checked the chart this morning though. I just wish I get home before the opening of New York session. So anyhow it is, I'm going to update you in the chat. So let's go. Currently 7:40, so I'm about to go into the chat now and just look at what price is doing currently. So this is what I'm looking at currently. As you can see, price formed an M pattern around this region. And yesterday I was talking about, in the weekly outlook, I was talking about how that if price broke above the high of the week, I'm going to be looking out for more of buys, and price eventually broke out of the high of the week and even broke the zone that I had here and retested and came back to this psychological level and formed an M pattern. And this is the first leg of the M: impulsive, correctional, impulsive, and this is correctional. I'm expecting it to this point here, although I'm still going to be waiting for the opening of London session. But if this candlestick, this 15 minutes candlestick closed below the zone, we are going to be expecting price to just come to the high of the week, and we'll be looking for entries around the high of the week, looking out for price action. And I might as well just still want to cut the sell, but I'm much more certain of the buy. So that's what I'm looking at currently, and however it's going, I'm going to update you. I was expecting price to come back into the high of the week for me to take a long position, but price came close, skipped me, and started going in my direction again. So now all I can do is just wait. But I was sure that we are going to have a sell to the downside, but price did not just come to my high of the week, and it did not just start pausing. And there are days like that. It seems we had it like that 2 weeks ago, so still happening now. I'm still certain there's this short, this trend line has been holding. You have too much touches on it, and it's already weak, so we should still have the sells to the downside. This zone is a major zone. This is a major zone as well. This is a zone that price has been respecting. We had the first touch here, we have the second touch here, and price break the beneath it, break above, came back, served as a resistance, as a support, started going up again. This start served as a resistance, pushed price down. You can see an M pattern formed around this region, came back, served as a support again, came up to this trend line and just broke beneath. And I was saying, if I say candlestick close above below it, I was going to be taking a buy, but the candlestick formation here were not just giving what I wanted to say, so that was why I did not enter into the trade. I could have entered into the sell when price came to this region, but I was much more certain of the buy than the sell, and I don't want to just act irrationally, so that was why I did not take the trade. So that's open. It's currently 408. I'm not sure price is going to come to this level. before the end of before it is 5 o'clock, because anything 5 o'clock I'm out of the chart. I'm not sure price is going to come into the zone, so I'm just going to call it a day. Should in case price comes and taps us in before 5 o'clock, fine. But if it is after 5 and price does not come, then that's going to be it for today. So currently Wednesday morning, and the trade I was anticipating yesterday came back into my zone eventually. It's in towards Tokyo senior session, I'm not really sure, and price tanked down almost to my stop loss and started reversing, but I wasn't able to take that trade, so I was looking for a possible re-entry around London session this morning, and what I was looking out for was for price to come back to the high of the week. Then I just long, because I was so sure that price was going to respect the level and just give us an impulsive move. So about 6:40, 6:30, 6:40, I checked the chart and I saw the price was just has already tanked up. It was above the high of the week, and I was expecting price to give a retest before the impulse. Even I'm going to be sharing the screenshot of the chart somewhere here. So before immediately I logged in the entry, almost immediately I already set the pending order. I already set the pending order, so price just sank down immediately to my entry and started going in my direction. So I'm also going to add a video of how the trade is going currently. At 1 to 1, I'm going to be breaking even. Currently, I'm at close to 1 to 0.5 currently. So at 1 to 1, I'm going to be breaking even on the trade, so the trade can run risk free. And that's how we have it for now. And I'm going to just update you on how the trade is going later. Yeah, so if this candlestick closes above the low of the week, I'm still going to be going in for a buy. So I'm just sure the price will most likely buy. So that's what I'm looking at currently. So I'm just going to be waiting for the close of this current 15-minute candlestick. So that's it for now. Upon the close of this candlestick, I will be going in for a buy upon the close of the candlestick. So I'm just waiting for it to close. Alright, so just an update. I would said I was going to be waiting for price to come to the zone eye of the week yesterday, then take it back. But it was after 5 and price did not still come to around here. Since it was 5 o'clock, okay, around here, 5 o'clock, and I saw price here, but price did not come to the zone. I said I was not trading again for the day. So fast forward to this morning, I was expecting price to come, of course, still to the zone, because I was also confident of price buying. I was confident of price buying. So upon seeing the price break above the high of the week, I knew we are going to be having more buys already this morning. So what I was just waiting for was a retest to this high of the week for an impulsive push to the upside, and that was what I did here. I just said depending on that, and price came into the zone, tapped it in, and moved for about 1 to 0.7 before this huge bearish push we had here happened. Delete this one before the push happened, and eventually got stopped out. But I was still but I was still sure that we should have more buys. So we saw a correctional move happen here, and upon seeing price close bullish here, I looked in the position and I just put my stop loss below the recent low price created. So if price eventually comes back to stop me out, I agree to be wrong for the day. But on this, we are down 0.5, and this is going to be the determinant factor of how much we are going to be on how much we are going to lose today. So that's currently all I'm looking out for. And however the trade goes, I'm going to keep on updating you. So that's all for now. So price is reversing currently, and I'm using the Fibonacci to just mark out the extent price is going to reverse to before we have another impulsive move. So very soon we should be having the impulsive move happen. I'm just hopeful and optimistic at this point. So let's just see how it goes. We are at 1 to 1 currently, so upon seeing price actions in weeks around the region, I already closed in some profit and I'll just leave the rest to run. Price is very close to take profit, less than few pips. Take profit taken, take profit taken. So it's currently 11:59, and I just want to share an update about what went on the trade today. So let's just get into the screen and let me explain some few things to you. So straight up into what I looked out for today, and I was still very sure price was going to buy. I was so sure price was going to buy, and immediately I saw, okay, let's go to the 15 minutes time frame so we can have things clearer on there. So I was in the chart around this time. This was around 7:15. Yeah, around 7:15. Around 7:40, I was there. Around 7:40, I was in the chart around this when this candlestick was forming. So I already saw the price already broke above this level with this candlestick. This particular one. Let me mark it out. This candlestick here. This one. I already saw that price broke out with it, and I knew since price already broke out of the high of the week, we should be having more buys again. Since that's the double confirmation for me on the 15 minutes time frame, then I was just waiting for a pullback, a retest into the zone, which was the eye of the week, and price did that. I already set a pending order because we never can tell price and just come and just flash up. So I already set a pending order and price tapped me in immediately. Price started going my direction a few pips. Then around this region, there was no news because I checked the news as you can see. There was no news today. Today is Wednesday. Today is Wednesday, so you can see there is no major news during London or New York session. There was no news at all. But price eventually still just came down to just top me out. And I knew this was just market manipulation. And price gave us this bullish confirmation that signifies presence of buyers in the market. As I saw the price broke above, I was just waiting patiently. If price should break above this level, I'm going to be going in for the trade because I was so sure. I was just sure that we are going to have buys this I was just so sure that the buy is going to happen. So immediately I saw price close above this region. I already entered around here. Immediately price closed above it, I logged in the position. Price went immediately, almost immediately into profit. Then came into this eye of the week, respected it, give a push back down. I used this Fibonacci to just predict to what extent price is going to sell to before we have that impulsive move again, and price just came into golden ratio, just wicked out and then closed above our 0.5 ratio. And since price closed above our 0.5, I already knew we should be having the push to the upside already. Price just plummeted back to the downside just to do some manipulation again, and then price started moving in our direction. So uh to the trade management and psychology I kept during the trade, straight into the trade management. Immediately I saw price go to 1 to 1. I broke even because we had incurred a loss on this one already, and price was just forming some sort of weeks. Let me delete this first so you can see weak rejection up of this point. So immediately I saw price come into this level, I booked some profit. I closed out of the remaining position that was remaining on the trade and just left the remaining to run. Then we had this push that happened. Price of I was just finding something like an M pattern around this region. You can see, let me delete this again and just show you something. You can see like an impulsive correction now, impulsive, and it came on to this place and boom, we had the push to this upside here. So that was how we had it, although this is relevant. So I just knew market was going to reverse off of this point of price already, seeing the week's rejection that we already had here. So price came down to this level almost to a high of the week and price started moving in that direction. So I just left the remaining lots to actually run, and that was how we had it today. So that was how I was able to catch the the setup because I was already anticipating it since Monday. I was anticipating it since Monday since we had the breakout of the eye of the first two four candle to form for the week. So that was basically everything I was really looking out for. Since our psychology is in check, our strategy, following the rules to the T, and ensuring risk management is in place. Those are the things that are actually important. And what I'm seeing here, immediate price breakouts of this zone. I put my stop loss below this zone because this is also a major zone. You can see price reject off here, reject here, reject here. Price almost came here, rejected, almost came here, rejected. And you can just see that there are signs of weeks upon this point. And although it is already weak, but then you can still see some sort of market manipulation around this region if price come here. That was what I just said. My take profit below it. So it's currently 12:15, and I want to share an update about a trade I took yesterday. I took a trade yesterday, but I wasn't able to record because I was low on battery. And today as well, I just took another trade, which was a very fast one, and it went to take profit as well. And the two trades were buy trades. I said at the beginning of this week that we are going to be having more of buys this week, and that was what actually happened. So most important thing is just to wait for price at key levels, and look out for chart patterns that aligns with the directional bias you had for the week. So that was everything that actually happened throughout this week, and it happens to be a good one. So I will not want to waste more time. I just want to go into the screen and just show you the trades I took, what I was anticipating price to do, and what eventually play out and all. So do well to join on your trades. It is very, 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 very important. It's the only way you can just have an edge over so many other traders that we have currently. So do that, and let's head straight into the chat. This was the trade I took yesterday. So I was looking for a price to just give me a pull back into this zone. Then I go in for a buy. As you can see, it formed the W pattern, and I missed this first entry. So I was just waiting for a retest up onto this zone that I had here. So as you can see, there is weeks around this region. So I was expecting price to just tap in and just move into my direction. So I already mapped this as the first leg of the W pattern. Sorry. Okay. So I mapped this as the first leg. We have the impulsive, then correctional move. Then we should be having the bullish move. So that was what happened. And as you can see, we cut the setup just with 8 pip stop, just with a 8 pip stop, and just targeting 122, just targeting 122. So that was how we had it yesterday. So today, same thing happened. You can notice something consistent. It is the W pattern that tends to work the most on GBPUSD. We have W pattern, it forms, and that works the most. As you can see, we have a correctional move, impulsive correctional move, then another impulsive move to the upside. So this is sort of like a mini zone, expecting price to come back into it. Then upon the close of this candlestick, I went in for a buy. Let me delete this so you can see. Upon the close of this candlestick, I went in for a buy. So that was how we had it on this one. So in total, we had three trades that are winning trade. We had this first one, second one, and the third one. But this one happened to be a loss, which we covered on this particular setup. So that's just pretty it for this week. That was what actually happened this week. On Tuesday we took a losing trade, then eventually we took a winning trade. Yesterday we took a winning trade as well. This morning about a few minutes ago, I take profit on a trade I was on. So we had 3 wins in a row and just a loss. The 3 positions were actually buys, and what actually helped me to make such informed decision is just having patience and let the market play out and just react off of whatever price action I'm actually saying. So that's going to be it for this week, and I'm going to see you in the weekly outlook next week. Well, to stay connected, like, share, subscribe to the channel. Of course, if you've seen this video to the extent, that means you love this kind of content. So do well to like, share, subscribe to the channel, and I'm going to see you on the weekly outlook on Monday.